I woke up today, I was thinking I was late. Yeah, how you gonna learn without mistakes? I feel like I can't go away, yeah. They try to act cool, I'm just mad, yeah. I know I'll never be picture perfect, but can I be myself, is that okay? Stop, clean boy tied it up, break through the padlock, roll like Gallagher, but I ain't playing no games. Me and Josh had a talk, thought I made the right moves, my career not adding up. Met some Christian artists who think they celebrities. I went to 3 award shows, I fell asleep right in the front row. Why they act like they don't know? Till they need a feature, then I flex like the gun show. This rap thing is overrated, never been a king, no David. You talk about God's guarantee, they won't play it. I don't wanna be famous, that's a cost, you can save it. I ain't gon' pay for your playlist, I'm good. Thought I was great until I went down to Hollywood. Always knew that I'd be fine. Yeah, I know God made us one of a kind. Yeah, that's you and I woke up today, I was thinking I was late. Yeah, how you gonna learn without mistakes?
Be myself, I ain't got time to be nobody else. If I listen to everything everyone else said, my life would be a mess. But God said I'm blessed, so I'm gonna claim blessings all my life instead. My Godfather live in water, so you know he got bread. Yeah, being different is a superpower. It's not a deficiency for you to cower. I want all of us to repeat after me. I'm free, and I'm so happy. I'm living out what they said that I couldn't be. Wouldn't be, shouldn't be, cause I moved a couple things. Every day I thank the Lord for his grace, for the plans that he made for my life to be great. Competition with who? I'm the illest being me, and there's too much life to live to let them ever get to me, Firm.
I woke up today, I was thinking I was late. Yeah, how you gonna learn without mistakes? I feel like I can't go away, yeah. They try to act cool, I'm just mad, yeah. I know I'll never be picture perfect, but can I be myself, is that okay?
Hey, hope you're all doing really well. Put it in the chat how you're doing. Super exciting evening going on tonight. We've got lots of worship, lots of games. Catherine's preaching to us, so that should be really cool. Should be a really exciting night. So show an emoji in the chat for how you're feeling, how excited you are for tonight. We're looking forward to kind of getting to know you guys, to chat with you guys, but also for you guys to hear from God as well, hopefully tonight. Lots of you probably wondering who I am, probably never seen me before and wouldn't be surprised, or just sat there thinking, well, who is this younger, better looking version of Josh? But no, as much as I have so much love for Josh, I am Ewan. I am doing a placement with you guys. Some of you may know me from playing Among Us, where you unfortunately beat me, but we'll move on from that. Or doing small group on a Tuesday evening and chatting about how we can be bold. But no, I am Ewan. I am 21 at a Bible college, so the same Bible college that Josh went to actually. I am from Royston, which is just a little bit south of Cambridge, so not far away from you guys, about an hour's drive. But yeah, so I thought before I kind of continue explaining who I am, I thought we'd do a 2 truths, 1 lie. So this will work. I will give you 3 statements, and one of them will be false and the other 2 will be true. And what I want you to do is in the chat, put which one you think is the lie. So, first statement is that I was once interviewed for the BBC News. Could that be true? Could that be false? Put it in the chat. Second statement is that I used to play county football. Could that be true? Could that be false? Look at me. Maybe I am, maybe I don't. Third one is that I once won 50 quid from a gaming tournament. So I know lots of you are gamers, especially from the small group on a Tuesday night. I know lots of you are gamers. But do you think that I might have won the 50 quid from the tournament? So I'll go over the statements again. So the first one is that I was once on the BBC News. Second statement was that I played or used to play county football pre-lockdown. Can't wait for that to get back. And the third statement is that I won 50 quid from a gaming tournament. So put it in the chat. I'll give you 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the result was I did not used to play county football. I played for my school team, but never quite was good enough to play for county. So I was interviewed, statement 1, so I was interviewed on BBC News. So we once, as a school group, went to London as part of our performing arts stuff. So I used to do a lot of the tech stuff for our school productions. And we went to see Phantom of the Opera as kind of this is the show you're about to put on. And we went and we watched it, and then on the way back, it was the same day that one of the royals had their baby, and for some reason they were interviewing people to see their reactions, and they interviewed me. So that's a claim to fame, and if any of you find that on YouTube, then fair play, because I haven't, and I've tried to delete it. It's a long time ago, and it's very embarrassing. But anyway, moving on. So, statement 3. So I play, or used to play, a lot of a game called Smite. Don't know if any of you have heard it. It's not as popular as, say, Warzone or Fortnite or Roblox or whatever. But I used to play that. Still quite a big game. It's a little bit like World of Warcraft. No, not World of Warcraft. League of Legends. And yeah, I was part of a tournament for that. Played a few people from around the world and won 50 quid for winning it. So that's me. So if any of you ever want to challenge me on that, we'll have to get that set up at some point. But no, so I thought I'd explain a little bit more about who I am, and kind of what's going on in the service today. So we're going to be looking at kind of how much God loves you, but explaining who I am. So in a couple of weeks, it's for this service, I'll be preaching. So that'll be really exciting. So I hope to see a lot of you there. But yeah, so I grew up in a Christian home, kind of grew up believing in Jesus, but always did, like, I never really made the decision to kind of become a Christian officially. I always thought that growing up I was a Christian, and just kind of grew up like, yeah, I'm just a Christian. Like, and it wasn't until I was about 13 that I was at a Christian festival. Some of you may have been to something like Soul Survivor or that sort of thing, but it was at one of those that someone suggested that I actually became a Christian, and I was like, but I already thought I was a Christian, and so I got very confused by it all. So turned up, and it was you can become a Christian. So I did that and became like the perfect Christian for 2 weeks. I like to think that I didn't put a foot wrong. That's probably wrong. For 2 weeks, and after that, kind of went back to my old ways, sinned a little bit, kind of got into some stuff that I shouldn't have. That's a whole other story. Next year, went to the same festival and became a Christian again, because I thought it was like a renewal. So, like for when you play games, you get like a membership for a year. I thought it was like that. And then when I was about 15, 16, I decided that actually I need to start doing this properly, so I got baptised. Kind of got bullied a lot when I was growing up, partially because of my faith, partially just because I was an awkward kid. Like, I'm a nerd, as you can see from the pictures and the pops. but there's nothing wrong with being a nerd. Don't take that negatively in any way. But yeah, and from that point, I was always kind of, Jesus is the number one thing in my life. Like, I want to follow him. So we're going to move on from here. We're going to do something else, but I will see you guys at the end.
Fuse team, let's show them how we do it.
Okay.
Pop, 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 pop. Who did best? Let us know in the comments. But now it's your turn. We want to hear from you. We want to hear your best attempt at a beatbox of a normal everyday thing. It could be something like opening a can. It could be shutting a door. It could be washing the dishes. It could be anything. We want to hear your best attempt. And the first people to take a video and to DM it to our Fuse MK account will be winning one of these lovely, fearless, you see that? Enamel badges. You will get one of these guaranteed if you do that and then DM the video to us, and then we will pick our favorite one and they will get this very nice Headstrong mental health journal delivered right to your door, which is cool. So you have 1 week. First one's in, get the badges. Best one gets that prize. Get beatboxing.
Hey guys, so it's me doing another game, and I've been given rules this time because apparently I don't give you guys a fair opportunity to answer the question because I'm too fast. So I'm playing poorly explained movies, which if you don't know how to play, they will describe the plot of a well-known movie, but it will be very, very poorly described, and you must identify the movie from the terrible explanation that they give. So I'm willing to bet I can get every single movie that I know right, so we can have some fun here. I'll be honest, if I don't know them and I know the movie by the end of it, then, you know, I just admit that. But if I don't know the movie, I'm going to tell you guys, look, I've never even heard of that movie, or never seen that movie. So let's start. Round 1. A man calls up friend, not a friend, just friend, from childhood to play a board game. Now, I know this movie purely because I've recently watched this movie, and I think this one's quite easy. Still have to give you guys 30 seconds because, you know, Josh will be there like, Kyle, why didn't you give me 30 more seconds? So I'm just gonna waste some time for this. Let's just say it's not a standard board game. Might have given away the movie now. Okay, 3, 2, 1. The movie is Jumanji. Right, round 2. A single father tries to end world hunger with his rock collection. Now this is ridiculous, okay? You can't stick a Marvel movie in my quiz and think I'm not going to get it right. Like, no, we're not doing this. Sorry guys, you aren't getting 30 seconds. I gave you a hint that this is it. The movie is Avengers Infinity War. Round 3. A man builds a house because his girlfriend won't write him back. Honestly, I have zero clue. I'm genuinely trying to think of a movie where I've watched the guy build a house, and the only answer I've got is Wreck-It Ralph, where Fix-It Felix Jr. fixes the house with his magic hammer. but there's no girlfriend in that. So, well, eventually there is, but still. I'm going to say I don't know this one. But I'm also going to say that I don't know the movie because, yeah, there's no chance that I know this movie. The Notebook. Okay, I've never seen The Notebook, guys, so we're not counting that. Round 4. Older sister steals younger sister's chance to be on a game show on national TV. I'm thinking like a quiz sort of game show, and I feel like it's not that because it's poorly explained movies. Like, it's not going to be that simple. If it's the movie I think it is, the game shows are a little violent, shall we say? Because I would never call it a game show. I also wouldn't say that she steals her chance. More like, you know, she saves the youngest. But certainly if I got the movie right, I'm fairly confident I have. But we're going to go for it. 3, 2, 1. The Hunger Games. Okay, I got that one right. Round 5. World's largest ice buckets challenge ends terribly. I have 0 clue. Honestly, the only answer I can think of right now is Ice Age. And I wouldn't say that ends terribly. But I'm going to stick with it just purely because it's the only answer I have. I'm going to give you guys a bit longer because that answer is wrong. And I'm certain that answer is wrong. But yeah. Okay, we're gonna go 3, 2, 1. Titanic. I'm not sure that's an okay description for that movie, but, well, you know, for that incident. I mean, that's kind of dark in my opinion. We're gonna move. Round 6. Guy's mom makes him a playlist and he finds a new family. Makes him a playlist. Personally, the like routes I'm going down, yeah, all the movies where they find a new family, and so like I've got Shazam, and I've got one of the X-Men. I think it's Days of Future Past, where the mom made Quicksilver's playlist. But I'm not entirely sure on the new family part. Or on the makes him a playlist part. I kind of wish this was live now so that I could ask for some hints. Like, okay, I'm gonna go with Shazam. 3, 2, 1. Guardians of the... Yeah, okay, that's fair. How did I get that wrong? No, that's not okay, guys. We're ignoring the fact that this is a Marvel movie. That's just not okay. Although, did his mom make the playlist? I think his mom made the second one, not the first one. Fine, details. I got a Marvel movie wrong, guys. I'm gonna cry myself to sleep now. Like, this isn't okay. Friends spend 9 hours returning jewelry. 9 hours returning jewelry. Where did they get that much jewelry? Oh my word. I have a movie stuck in my head now. But it's not a well-known movie. And I'm going to give you a terrible explanation, then I'm going to move on to the answer because I have 0 clue what the answer for this movie is. But the movie I'm thinking of is Tower Heist, and basically this guy steals a load of money from a hotel, including the pension money for a load of people. So these friends basically break into his penthouse and they steal a ton of gold from his penthouse. And this is the only thing I can think of for this description. And so my answer is going to be Tower Heist, but I wouldn't refer to that as a well-known movie. So I'm going to say I've got the answer wrong without even looking at this. But we'll just go on. I've never seen Lord of the Rings. I know the basic plot of it, so I should have known that answer. But as I've never actually watched the movie, I'm not counting that as me getting it wrong. Boy catfishes a princess, but she still falls for him. Can I look up what the word catfishes means quickly? Okay, I'm just googling catfishes. Is this a bad idea? We'll move. Okay, so to catfish apparently means to lure someone into a relationship by means of a fictional online persona. I have 0 clue, guys. Like, I'm doing so much worse at this than I thought I would. I think I've got 4 wrong now. It might be 5. Like, Can we go back to a Marvel quiz? I'd be thrashing that. Then again, maybe not with Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, as I say, we're going to pretend that one didn't happen. I got no clue. Right, we're going to go, guys. 3, 2, 1. Aladdin. I'm disappointed with that. Aladdin's like my favorite childhood movie. That's not okay. Okay, guys. So we're just going to delete this whole thing from our memories. Like, this whole video didn't happen. 2 friends try and become YouTube sensations and almost lose their friendships doing it. Try and become YouTube sensations and almost lose their friendships doing it. I want to say this is an animated movie because I feel like it would be incredibly boring as a live action. So it's got to be something like ridiculous that they're doing. Suppose, going back to my Shazam answer previously, they were videoing Shazam using his powers, and then those 2 boys did sort of lose their friendship for a bit. I know what movie it is. Okay, I'm gonna count you down from 5, and then you've got to get it. Like, it's as simple as 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wreck-It Ralph breaks the internet. I remembered the scene where they try and steal the car, and then she videos them as like, "There's an easier way to make money." Right? I know like 7 of you are going to make fun of me for the way I just said that, but I don't care. Round 10. Orphan boy saves kidnapped girl. I know this movie. It's an animated movie. I've got this. But also, I feel like putting the orphan in gave it away a lot quicker than it needed to be. Okay, guys, we're getting this back on track though. Like, I remember 5 of the 10 rounds. It's okay. So next round, I'm gonna say round 6, and half of you are gonna be confused, but it's fine. Like, don't worry. Okay, so the answer is Tangled. I feel like they could have put like a magic hair or something in the middle of that, like just to make it even more annoying. Final round, so round 6, guys. We're ready for this. If he says his own name, he gets older. Yes. Okay, I've mentioned this movie twice already, so if you get it wrong, well, let's just say you're doing worse than I am, and I'm doing terribly. So, yeah. 3, 2, 1. Shazam. Yeah. Okay, I want another round so that I can actually get some of these points back. So I'm contemplating going and doing the Marvel one again, and then getting it right this time. Is that cheating? Is it cheating? Okay, I'm gonna go, guys, because I feel like Josh will just crop this whole thing out and be like, Kyle. Bye.
Cool, so we're going to enter into a time of worship now. We're going to be singing 2 songs. The first is Touch the Sky by Hillsong, and then the second one is called Whole Heart. If you know the songs, then feel free to sing along to worship through them and to be able to develop your faith through that. For those of you that have just turned up and it's, well, what's worship? Worship is a great time to be able to kind of focus on God, to be able to develop your relationship with Him. I know for me personally, it's a time where I can reflect on who I am and who God is and kind of the relationship there. And it's a constant reminder to me of, actually, I need to remember who God is in my life and how I should be thanking Him for everything that's going on and all the good things, but also reflecting on the bad things and looking at kind of how I can work through that with God. But it's whatever works for you. If you don't know the songs, then feel free just to think about the words. If you get a chance, then watch the video behind Touch the Sky. It is an amazing video. And looking at kind of how they wrote the song and why they wrote the song. I'll put the link to it in the chat now. But there's a great little line that they say in the video where it doesn't matter who you are, you will always find God in surrender. I think that's the perfect way to summarise what worship is and how we should be worshipping. So I'm going to pray, and then we're going to go into that time of worship. Yes, Lord, I thank you for who you are in our lives, Lord, and I thank you for how amazing you can be, Lord. I pray that as we enter this time of worship, that we'd really be able to meet with you, Lord, to be able to reflect on who you are in our lives, Lord. We'd be able to meet with everyone here, Lord, and bring your peace and bring your kindness and love to us, Lord, in this time. In your name. Amen.
What fortune lies beyond the stars? Those dazzling heights too vast to climb. I got so high to fall so far, but I found heaven. This love swept low. My heart beating, my soul breaking. Come on, you sing. Would you lift your hands? It's a sign of surrender. And we just say, Lord Jesus, we pray that what you hear tonight will be pleasing to your ear, that your name will be the one that's glorified above every other name. So come on, we sing this out. Find me here at your feet again. Everything I am, reaching out, I surrender. Come sweep me up in your love again. Hold me now in the hands I created the heavens. Find me now where the grace runs as deep as your scars. You pull me from the clay. You set me on a rock. You call me by your name and make my heart lifted up, and my knees know it's all for your glory, that I might stand with more reasons to sing than to fear. So come on then. You pulled me from the clay, you set me on a rock, you called me by your name and made my heart whole again. So here I stand, high in surrender. I need you now. Hold my heart now and forever. My soul cries out. Once I was broken, you loved my whole heart through. Sin has no hold on me, 'cause your grace holds me now. And that grace holds the ground where the grave gate, where all my shame remains, left for dead in your way. You crashed those angel gates, you left no stone unturned. You stepped out of that grave, showed me a way. So here we stand, Lord. Here I stand, come on. I surrender, I need you. He's a present God, he's here. Hold my heart now and forever. My soul cries out. 'Cause once I was broken, let me tell you, you love my whole life through. Sin has no hold on me, 'cause your grace holds me now. Healed and forgiven. Look where my chains are now. Death has no hold on me, 'cause your grace holds that ground. And your grace holds me now. 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 I can tell you these are happy tears, these aren't sad tears. These are the tears that says God is good and He is restorer and He is redeemer. And I want to invite you into an altar moment with Jesus, because this song represents that for me. You know, for 5 years I held on to broken dreams and relationships and things that I couldn't fix. But the crazy thing is, when you hold on to it, nothing happens and you just become burdened. But when you release it to God, who is the restorer, who is the redeemer, who is the reconciler, that's when His grace works. And He brings beauty out of ashes, and He does a thing that only He can do, and He works in mysterious ways. And I don't know if it's going to happen in a moment tonight that it breaks, but I am believing that it can. That a moment in the presence of God, it could happen tonight. So if that's you tonight and there's things that you need to release to God, there's things that you need to say, you know what, I can't do this, Lord God, but not my will, but your will be done in this part of my life. If that's you, would you lift your hand tonight? It could be big, it could be small. But the cool thing is, this isn't about me, but this is between you and Jesus. And I believe that there's going to be freedom in this place, because it is for freedom that He set us free. Come on, you sing this out. Here I stand, I surrender, I need you now. Hold my heart now and forever. My soul cries out. Here I stand, I surrender, I need you now. Oh, He's right here. Hold my heart now and forever. My soul cries out. Here I stand, Lord. Here I stand, I surrender, I need you now. 'cause your grace holds that ground. Come on, the power of confession, you sing. I'm healed and forgiven.
Hey guys, it is so incredible that you are here tonight. I am so excited to finish off our Young Saints series, and if you've missed any of our previous messages, then you can click onto our YouTube profile and you can rewatch any of the messages. It's super easy, it's all there for you guys. But I want to start this week by giving you a little illustration. So, imagine you are in school. Picture it. It's your PE lesson, you've got your PE kit on, and your teacher takes you into the sports hall. They take out a bunch of those like rubber soft balls. They place them in a line in the middle of the sports hall, and then your teacher says, split yourselves into 2 teams because today we're playing dodgeball. There are 2 types of people in that situation. There is type A, who as soon as the whistle is blown, they run as fast as they can to grab a ball and throw it and try and get as many people out. And then you've got type B, who kind of stays back. They don't really want to get involved. They'd much rather survive than be in the front of the battle. They are literally just staying there to see how long they can stay there. They don't really want to be hit by a ball. So let me know in the comments, are you type A or type B? Now, not to be mean to any type Bs, because I am also a type B, that's just how I play dodgeball, is sometimes we experience our spiritual lives like type Bs, where instead of running forward and trying to experience victory, we are just surviving. And today, I want to help you guys from going from surviving to what God has intended for you, which is thriving. So we're going to read the story of David and Goliath, 1 Samuel 17, verse 45. David said to the Philistine, "You come against me with sword, spear, and javelin, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you have defied. This day the Lord will deliver you into my hands, and I will strike you down and cut off your head. This very day I will give the carcasses of the Philistine army to the birds and the wild animals and the whole world to know that there is a God in Israel. All those gathered here will know that it is not by sword or spear that the Lord saves, for the battle is the Lord's, and he will give all of you into our hands." So if you don't know the story of David and Goliath, let me just describe David for you. David was a kid. I think he had around 7 brothers and 2 sisters. And he was the youngest. And he was never trained for battle. He looked after the sheep. So in my mind, I always picture David as this little scrawny kid, because I know when they put armor on him, it's just too much, it's too heavy, it's not helpful, he can barely move in it. And David was tending the sheep, and his father sends him to take something to his brothers who are fighting in this war. And David ends up going against the giant of the Philistine army. And so when you hear those words that David says, you must be thinking, that is big talk for a little kid who is not trained in battle or strategy or any of that. But David wasn't using his own strength and might. David was relying on God. And so if I were Goliath, I probably would have laughed in David's face. I think he did, looking at this little kid thinking, how on earth are you supposed to come against me? But it says in verse 48, as the Philistine moved closer to attack him, David ran quickly toward the battle line to meet him. Reaching into his bag and taking out a stone, he slung it and struck the Philistine on the forehead. The stone sank into his forehead and he fell face down on the ground. So David triumphed over the Philistine with a sling and a stone. Without a sword in his hand, he struck down the Philistine and killed him. To me, I remember hearing that as a child in kids' church, and I remember thinking, how on earth did that work? But I think the important thing to remember is we are all experiencing giants in our lives. It might be school, it might be something that you're dealing with at home, you might be struggling with a specific problem or a situation, maybe your friends are fighting. But whatever you are facing, you are never too young to experience victory. Because just like David killed Goliath, God is there to help you fight your giants. Today, know that God is still with you, like he is with David in the story. God doesn't leave you in the battlefield when you're going up against your giant. God is standing right there with you. Just like he helped David to face Goliath, God will help you take what your enemy wants for evil and use it as a weapon. So whatever you're going through right now, God will never let it destroy you. When you surrender your battle to God, he will use it to show you victory. So today, if you have to take one thing from this message, I hope you take that you are never too young to slay giants. So you must be sitting there thinking, okay, Catherine, that's great, but how? How do I slay a giant? I'm not David, I don't have a sling, and I'm not physically standing in front of my giant using a stone to hit him in the forehead. But Jesus says in Luke 10, verse 19 to 20, I have given you authority to trample on snakes and scorpions and to overcome all the power of the enemy. Nothing will harm you. However, do not rejoice that the spirits submit to you, but rejoice that your names are written in heaven. Jesus spoke that promise to us, that nothing will ever harm us as long as we are with him. So, how are you using that authority that Jesus has given you? Are you using it to crush the enemy's plans for your life? If we're honest, many of us feel powerless against the attacks of the enemy. We don't live in the authority that Jesus has given us, much like the person A in the dodgeball who they're just trying to survive. That's how many of us are going about our days. But you can be a type A. You can slay giants and experience victory in your life over sin. You can live like David, facing Goliath and fight against the enemy in your life. So ask God for newfound confidence. Ask him to guide you in the authority that he has for your life, because I promise you, he has given it to you not so that you can stand and be a type B and be afraid, but he wants you to experience victory. He doesn't want you to shy away from it and just let any evil or giant that you are facing win. He wants to help you. So I'm going to give you a moment to look at a couple questions. No, we're not going to say that. So tonight, I want you to be really honest with yourself right now. Are you just going about trying to survive, or are you trying to live in the victory and plan that God has for you? And if you're living and thinking, I'm just surviving right now, that's okay. You can take some time tonight and stop being afraid of the enemy. You can ask God to help you. You can call on Jesus to help crush your enemy, and so that you can live in confidence and rise up against your giants, because you are never too young to slay giants.
Go again, my mind racing, and I can't seem to win. All these crazy thoughts and feelings, it's like it never ends until your voice breaks through my noise. And I know I'm not alone, not alone. You fight my battles if I would just be still. Why would I keep running when you're right here? I'll just be quiet and let you speak through the silence. Here I am, no more hiding. You are in this moment, I won't fight it. I'll be quiet. I don't need to know what comes next. Tomorrow's in your hands. I can trust you with my future, 'cause you're already there. I hear your voice call me forward, and I know I'm not alone, not alone. Away with the distractions, I wanna hear what's true. The only words that matter, they come from you. I'll just be quiet and let you speak through the silence. Here I am, no more hiding. You are in this moment, I won't fight it. I'll be quiet. I'll just be still in your presence. I'll just be still in your presence, God, 'cause I wanna hear you. I don't wanna hear anybody else. Quiet, God, you're here in the silence. Here I am, no more hiding. You are in this moment, I won't fight it. I'll be quiet, I'll just be quiet. Oh God, you're here in the silence. Here I am, no more hiding. You are in this moment, I won't fight it. I'll be quiet.
Over the last few weeks, we have been discussing that you are never too young. Today, we are really excited to launch our brand new social media team called the Influencers Program. God has given us some amazing purposes, and we want to equip you to use those to influence those around you. You will also be making content for Fuse because we want to hear your voices. To sign up, the link will be in our description box as well as in our Instagram bio. Anyone can sign up because you are never too young to have influence.
Cool, so that is the end of Views for this week. We hope you've had a really good time. We hope you got a lot from Catherine's preach. We all know how good that was. Yeah, I was going to end with a verse, kind of go into this week. It's from Psalm 28:7. The Lord is my strength and shield. I trust him with all my heart. He helps me and my heart is filled with joy. I burst out in songs of thanksgiving. So when you go into this week, whatever battle you've got going on, remember that God is your strength and he is your shield. He'll attack for you, he'll be there with you alongside you, but he'll also be defending you and he'll be your protection throughout this week. Bye.
Every move I make, I'm making you. You make me move, Jesus. Every breath I take, I'm taking you. Every step I take, I'm taking you. You find my way, Jesus. Every breath I take, I breathe in you. Oh yeah. Waves of mercy, waves of grace. Everywhere I look, I see your face. Your love has captured me. Oh my God, this love, how can it be? Na na na, na 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 na, na 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 na, na 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 na. Every move I make, I'm making you. You make me move, Jesus. Every breath I take, I'm taking you. Every step I take, I'm taking you. You find my way, Jesus. Every breath I take, I breathe in you. Oh yeah. Waves of mercy, waves of grace. Everywhere I look, I see your face. Your love has captured me. Oh my God, this love,